Singapore is a vibrant and rich Southeast Asian city-state. It is well known for its glittering buildings, lovely parks, and first-rate infrastructure. The city-state has earned international notice in recent years for its astounding 0% homelessness rate. Behind this seemingly ideal number, however, lurks a sad fact that many Singaporeans are aware of but rarely speak openly. The Singaporean government has been praised for its housing regulations, which have contributed to the city-state's abolition of homelessness. The Housing Development Board of the government provides affordable housing to the majority of the people through a combination of rental and ownership programs. The HDB flats are well constructed, comfortable, and outfitted with modern conveniences. Furthermore, the government has enacted stringent legislation to ensure that every citizen has a place to live. However, the truth underlying Singapore's 0% homelessness statistic is more complicated than it appears. The city-state's housing policies have come at a cost that the international community has frequently neglected. Singapore's government has been accused of social engineering, which involves manipulating the populace to accomplish desired results. As a result, society has become deeply divided along economic and social lines. The first issue with Singapore's housing policies is their emphasis on homeownership. The government has encouraged residents to buy HDB apartments by providing significant subsidies and tax incentives. As a result, about 90% of Singaporeans own their homes, making it one of the highest percentages in the world. This emphasis on homeownership, however, has resulted in a situation in which individuals who cannot afford to buy a home are left out in the cold. Singapore's government gives rental apartments to those who cannot afford to buy property. These rental apartments, however, are frequently located in less desirable regions, such as industrial estates and isolated neighborhoods. As a result, persons who live in rental apartments are stigmatized and looked down upon by society. Furthermore, the government has imposed severe eligibility standards for renting flats, excluding a substantial number of individuals from the system. The second issue with Singapore's housing regulations is that they have contributed to the city-state's growing income disparity. The government significantly subsidizes HDB apartments, making them affordable to the vast majority of the people. These subsidies, however, have come at cost. To support the housing subsidies, the government has had to shift funds from other social programs, such as healthcare and education. As a result, the rich are getting richer while the poor are struggling to make ends meet. Singapore's government has also enacted laws that benefit the wealthy. For example, they have implemented the additional buyer's stamp duty policy, which puts a charge on foreigners and rich locals who buy several properties. This strategy was implemented to limit property speculation and prevent foreign investors from driving up prices. It has, however, had the unintended consequence of making it more difficult for middle-class Singaporeans to purchase a second house. The third issue with Singapore's housing policy is that they have resulted in an ethnically divided society. The allocation of HDB apartments is based on ethnic quotas, which ensures that each block has a balanced mix of different ethnic groups. This policy was implemented to prevent ethnic enclaves from forming and to promote social integration. However, it has had the unintended consequence of deepening societal ethnic differences. In addition, the Singaporean government has established measures that favor certain ethnic groups over others. They have, for example, implemented the ethnic integration policy, which limits the number of flats that can be sold to each ethnic community in a certain neighborhood. This policy was implemented to prevent the formation of ethnic enclaves and to foster racial harmony. However, some minority groups have felt discriminated against and excluded from some neighborhoods as a result. Another issue with the ethnic quota and EIP rules is that they have led to gerrymandering claims. Some critics claim that the government manipulates the ethnic makeup of specific areas in order to keep them politically aligned with the ruling party. Some minority groups have accused the government of being unfair and disenfranchising them as a result. Furthermore, the Singaporean government has been chastised for its handling of migrant workers, who constitute a sizable proportion of the population. Many of these workers are working in low-wage jobs, such as construction and domestic work, and they are frequently housed in overcrowded and uncomfortable dormitories. These dorms have been chastised for their substandard living conditions, lack of privacy, and insufficient health care. Many migrant workers have also been exploited and abused by their employers. Furthermore, the government has been accused of ignoring the needs of the homeless population who are not part of the HDB system. These are those who may not be eligible for rental apartments, or who cannot afford the exorbitant cost of private housing. The government's response to homelessness has been criticized as reactive rather than proactive. with a concentration on managing the problem rather than tackling its underlying causes. One possible answer to some of these problems is to expand Singapore's housing alternatives beyond the HDB system. Alternative types of housing, like as community-led housing initiatives or co-housing arrangements, could give more inexpensive and flexible solutions for those who do not fit into the current HDB system. Addressing the core causes of homelessness and housing instability, such as poverty, mental illness, and domestic abuse, is another possible option. This would necessitate a multifaceted approach that includes targeted social assistance programs, increased access to mental health care, and stronger legal protections for domestic abuse victims. Furthermore, by tackling the core causes of ethnic and income disparity, the government might strive towards creating a more inclusive and integrated society. Policies that encourage economic mobility and social cohesion, such as targeted education and training programs, inexpensive childcare, and anti-discrimination laws in the workplace, could fall under this category. Furthermore, the government might endeavor to improve the living conditions and rights of migrant workers. This could include initiatives to increase dormitory housing quality, stronger legal safeguards against exploitation and abuse, and improved access to healthcare and social services. It is also worth emphasizing that the problem of homelessness is not limited to Singapore, but affects numerous cities throughout the world. Although the causes and solutions may differ in various circumstances, it is apparent that resolving homelessness necessitates a complete and holistic strategy. For example, homelessness has reached crisis proportions in cities such as Los Angeles and San Francisco as a result of a lack of affordable housing, rising income inequality, and the opioid epidemic. Local governments have responded by implementing a variety of remedies, including the construction of more affordable housing, the provision of social services and job training, and the expansion of access to mental health care and addiction treatment. In several European towns, such as Helsinki, a housing-first approach has been established, which prioritizes providing permanent accommodation and other services to homeless individuals above temporary shelters. This has had a positive impact on reducing homelessness and enhancing the lives of individuals affected. Overall, Singapore's 0% homelessness rate may appear to be a fantastic achievement, but it is critical to acknowledge the darker realities that lie behind this number. Housing policies in the city-state have come at cost, including social engineering, income inequality, ethnic conflict, and neglect of particular elements of the population. Policymakers may seek to create a more inclusive and fair society for all Singaporeans by recognizing and solving these concerns. At the same time, it is important to recognize that addressing homelessness is a complex issue that requires a comprehensive and holistic approach, and can learn from the experiences of other cities around the world. Thanks so much for watching till the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you never miss a video. Until next time, see you later.